Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at the Erwin Hymer Centre, otherwise known as Travel World in Staffordshire, and I'm here to review this. This is the Hymer B-Class Masterline i780, or as you can see here, BML-I 780. So let me just break that down. So Hymer are a German manufacturer. The ML stands for Master Line. As I said, that is the top end of their range. Below that you've got MC, which is modern comfort, and the I refers to it being an integrated or A-class motorhome, as we can see here. If it says T instead of I, it means it's a semi-integrated or low-profile motorhome. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of the explanation of that, but that is what that symbolises. Now, the 780. So in the ML-I range, there's actually 4 layouts altogether. The 880 and 890, which are longer than this model, and then this, the 780 and the 790. We're going to take a closer look at the 780 today, but I'm going to show you the bedroom on the 790 because the 780 has longitudinal beds and the 790 has an island bed. So if you're interested in both, obviously follow along because they're practically the same in terms of all their weights and measures and what have you. So this one, the 780 here at Erwin Hymer Centre. What do we need to know about it? Well, first of all, let's talk about the price because it's there in the windscreen, just under £199,000. Now, this one's got quite a lot of equipment on it, so prices actually start somewhere in the 160,000 as far as I'm aware. But when you spec it up, quite often with the German manufacturers, you're going to spend a lot more than it looks like on paper. It is based on the Mercedes. Now, as standard, it's going to come with a 2-litre diesel engine, 150 horsepower and front-wheel drive. This one here at Erwin Hymer Centre has been upgraded to the 170 horsepower with the automatic transmission. In terms of colour scheme, now this one here is shown in crystal silver. This is another option. My favourite, as you know, I do like a silver motorhome. Standard, it will come in white paint, but this one has the optional crystal silver. Size-wise, so this motorhome, it's 7 metres and 89 centimetres in length. It's 2 metres and 35 centimetres in width, and it's 2 metres and 89 centimetres in height. In terms of its weight, it has a gross vehicle weight of 4,430 kilos, so you will need the C1 category on your driver's licence. In terms of payload, depending on the options you add to it, you're going to have a maximum payload of around 900 kilos, so it certainly is a very practical vehicle. Right, those are some of the facts and figures. What we'll do next is we'll take a look around the exterior and then we'll dive inside and take a closer look. Now, first of all, it's worth mentioning that this one here at Erwin Hymer Centre does have the heated front windscreen. We can see at the front on the silver with the Mercedes badge, the Hymer name. We're going to go down the offside first of all, so let's do that. Now, because this is a European manufactured motorhome, you are going to find the habitation door here on the offside. That is quite standard. So coming down, the Mercedes black alloy wheels, and as I say, this is 7 metres and 89 centimetres in length, so it's not an overly big motorhome, but it's a nice size, plenty of room internally. On this model here, you can see the wind out 2-lay awning. It does have the light strip as well, the LED light strip, our habitation door here, and the electric step. This does retract. Coming down, the vents for the tower fridge and freezer, which we'll see inside. A gas barbecue point has been fitted to this model. You do have storage all the way under. I'll show you that at the other side, but that's the second locker access door. Toilet cassette point here, our electric hookup, and then the garage. This motorhome has a fantastic size garage. Let me open this up for you. Hymer always deliver on the garage. Now, the really good thing about this, as you can see, it's got a huge access door on either side. Now, because you've got that generous payload, you can take a scooter in this motorhome. The maximum weight in this garage comes standard as 350 kilos, or you can have the optional 450 kilo garage. So you can carry a lot of payload in the back. It is designed for that. There is an external shower, 2 plug sockets for charging, this nice sheeted flooring, tie down points, several lights as well, and then some storage shelves on the near side. So an absolutely huge garage. Perfect, obviously, for putting all your leisure equipment in. I like that. Right, we'll venture around the back. Now, before I talk about the rear end, up on the roof on this model at Travel World, you are going to get two 95-watt solar panels and the Wi-Fi fitted as well. Up at the top of this model on the 780, we've got Hymer embossed there, a rear view camera, and then as we come down, the nice big end, the easily recognisable Hymer light cluster, Mercedes badge again. And this one's also been fitted with a tow bar. Now the towing capacity on this vehicle is 1,450 kilos. So that's a maximum you can tow with it, but that has been fitted already on the model here. Coming down the near side, so we have the second garage door. We won't open that because we've been in there. Then we have our water filling point. Now this motorhome has a fantastic freshwater tank, 180 litres of fresh water, 150 litres of grey waste. Excellent capacity. Now next, this is the under locker that I talked about before. I'll just lift this up so we can see under there. It does actually have a clasp as well. It will lock in place. I can take my hands away. You release that here. You can see all the way through. So if you've got something like skis or fishing rods, long equipment, you can put those all the way through and access them. There's also some lockers in the floor internally that you can lift up and access the space as well internally for storage. And here we can see there, you can dump your water there, some of the water controls. Right. Next up, we have the vent for the Alder wet central heating system. This one's been fitted with the Alder. The packs on this particular motorhome are the Arctic pack, the Comfort pack and the Premium pack. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of all of those. I'll put some links below so you can explore what those actually give you. But those are the packs you're going to get. Next up, we have the gas locker. Now, on this one, you are going to have storage here for two 11 kilo gas cylinders. They're going to go on here. This is for when you're dropping your grey waste water. You can attach that to the grey waste and get some extra length to get to the grey waste dump if it's not a drive over. So you've got a nice pipe for that, and then the gas storage. Coming along, diesel filler, 92 litre diesel tank, 22 litre AdBlue tank, and that's here. Then we have the door on what is our passenger side. Obviously in Europe this would be the driver's side, but they don't switch the doors over for our market. So your door is here on the passenger side, and that is locked, unfortunately. You do have an electric step though additionally under here. That's an optional extra. Let's see if that'll open now. No, oh yes, there we go. Good work, Jules. Jules is on hand with the key to try and make me look good. Takes a lot of doing. So electric step, door in. I've swiveled the chairs, but normally this is where you'll get into your passenger side. You are going to get an electric window there, as you can see. So that's the passenger side. If you are the driver, you're going to either have to climb over to get out this door, or you are going to have to get out of the habitation. Right, that is the exterior of the Masterline i780. Let's venture in and take a look inside. Now, it's quite a nice space, as you would obviously expect for just under £200,000. The door opens, we do have some grey fabric, hooks for coats, and a bin situated within there. On here, I've got the Hymer badge there, and going in, we'll start up in the front cab. Now, in we go. This one has the leather option. The covers are still on these seats, so I've left that in place. You are going to get the Hymer embossed on the captain's chairs. They're swiveled round. Now this is actually a 4-berth motorhome with 4 travel seats. There is an option to have 5 travel seats and 5 berths. And as you can see, the lounge area is a really good size. Plenty of room for 4, 5, 6 people to sit around here. This table is fixed like this. You can actually extend it outwards and make an even bigger table so people sitting around can all get round this table. It's very nice. At the front here, there is the Mercedes cab with the multifunctional steering wheel. You've got your infotainment system here, and then so you can see this big front window. The bonus of an integrated or A-class motorhome is literally the panoramic view out of it. You do get blinds in the front windscreen and the cab as well, so blinds all round. Very nice. And I do like here that you've got the fabric wall with more hangers, this small bench seat here, and then the L shape. Really nice, good sized lounge for relaxation. Now up here, as we move along, you do have an electrically operated drop-down bed. So this is the first of the 2 berths. So you can use this for adults or children. This is going to drop down. Do lower your seats before you do that, but lower that down and you've got your berths there. Now, as I move through the motorhome, I've come in here on the offside. The Hymer control panel is here. It's quite straightforward. You touch it, it'll come to life, and then you will be able to operate your lighting and various other bits and pieces through that panel. The control for the step, a plug socket, a mirror here with the wraparound lighting, and then the Alder control there. Right, I'm just going to move here onto the near side. So coming onto here, now you do get a television on this model. It's a 32-inch television. If you put your hand under here, you lift this flap. This is electrically operated. There's a little button. I'll just give it a press here. There we go. So it comes up. I won't stand and do this for too long. You get the idea. So it comes up, 32-inch television. When you've had enough, you just drop that back down. So you can use that obviously when you're sat in that lounge area. There we are. Very nice. Over on this wall, there's another plug socket, USB chargers, and then these cabinets. Now the finish on these, they're white, they're quite nicely moulded here. They're not coming out into our headroom here. Finished in the white with the wood effect trim. If I open this one up, you can have a look in here. Now, the way Hymer have divided this, it's quite interesting because there's not a lot of height in this, and then there's some height in this one. So that's how they've divided those up. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure whether I preferred a little bit more height on there, but that's just maybe me personally. Coming down into the kitchen, so we've got the splashback in this grey effect. You will get blinds and fly screens all around. And then we come into this little kitchen area. Now this is nice. Got a nice solid worktop, plug sockets, a draining board here. So we lift this up. Anything you put there is going to drain into there. Then the main sink, if I take the cover off, again, nice and solid, good depth there, large tap. The hot water will come through from the Alder system. It's heating that in the water boiler and deliver hot water. And then what we've got here is a nice large Stafford appliance with 3 gas burning rings, a separate grill and a separate gas oven. So nice cooking system there. Underneath, pull-out drawer. To this side, a pull-out rack. They have got nice soft closers, these actually. Nice soft close drawer there on the rack. And then on this side, another pull-out drawer here. Nice amount of depth on that one. And underneath, you're going to find like a little recycle bin here. That's got probably about 10 litre capacity there. Further storage, and the good thing is these drawers go all the way back here as well, and they slide out to a good depth there as well. And then you push them back in and these all lock back in place. So that's this side of the kitchen area. Then I'll move over onto the off side. Above the tower fridge and freezer, there's a really good sized storage cupboard up there. And then coming down, this is the Dometci 153 litre fridge and freezer. It does open, I'll show you this, it opens on both sides. So first of all, this is the fridge compartment, this is your freezer compartment. What it also does, if you haven't seen these before, it opens both sides. So if you are in the kitchen, you can reach from this side and open it. If you sat there in the lounge, you can go at it from that side. A little bit gimmicky, but some people like it and it does sort of deliver for people, I suppose. Right, down here, another pull-out drawer. Plenty of storage for this huge capacity of payload that we've got. And then I'll just open this. Now, when I was outside, I told you about being able to get into the floor. So this is another space where you'll be able to store drinks or things like that that you want access to, but don't necessarily want them here in the main part of the motorhome. So great, you can get into your storage there. Now, coming along, on the offside, we have wardrobe space. You can see there, the bar, storage up there, there is a light, and that goes all the way down. So good use of the space here. Still in this nice wood effect. Now, coming along, there's another access locker there at the part of the motorhome. I'm going to show you this. So this is actually the washroom door. This will close all the way across and divide that part of the motorhome to back here. So that's the washroom. What I'll do is I'll show you that as we make our way round. So on the near side, we're going to find a separate shower cubicle. You can see in there the shower head. There is a bar there to hang your towels on. There's a light in there, sunroof for ventilation. Good amount of floor space in there. So that is a nice shower cubicle, because some of us like to shower on board. I know I do. Right, diving back here. So the 780 has longitudinal beds. The 790 has an island bed. So on the longitudinal beds, these are a good size. This one here, 207 centimetres long and 90 centimetres wide. This one, 202 centimetres long and 90 centimetres wide. Now, if you are a couple and you just like to use it as these sort of singles or longitudinals, clamber up the steps and here you are in the bedroom space. Good sized beds, a little shelving unit, light switches there, and there are these little overhead lockers. Let me just open one of these up. So locker storage, and then this big sunroof here, again with the blind and the fly screen. Now there's no air conditioning unit fitted to this model. I don't know whether if you had it fitted it'd take this window here or whether it'd be fitted elsewhere in the motorhome. Obviously ask the dealer about that. There's also further locker storage and a little hanging space just there on that side, as you can see. And then I'll close that one up. There's also here on the near side the same cupboard as well. Now underneath there is storage under both of these beds, so you can hang bits and pieces under this one and also under this one here. So plenty of room again for clothing. Now if you want to use this as one huge bed, what you can do is under here, if I lift this up, this is just where it's been stored for now. There's this plastic slat. You take that slat out, and what you're going to do is you're going to put that into here. There's a cushion as well, so that's going to come out, and under this step there's actually a ladder. Now I have demonstrated this before. You simply pull that ladder out, it's going to come out here, and then you're going to be able to climb up onto the bed if you do have it as one huge bed. So completely up to you how you choose to use that. So that's what's fitted there. Right, I'm going to show you in this washroom now, so if we venture into here and take a look. Right, now in here we've got a lot more of the wood, as you can see. So there we have I believe this one may have been fitted with a SOG toilet here at Erwin Hymer Centre. We've got the fixed toilet there, there's a plug socket, the light switches, the cabinet there for storage, and the good thing in that one is when you open it up it has got elasticated straps to hold your toiletries in place, a good size mirror, the sink, and there is storage under the sink and room for your toilet roll. That's going to poke out that little slot that looks like a letterbox. And what you do get in the door as well is a second mirror there, a long mirror, so you can have a look at yourself before you go out, and some hooks for towels or dressing gowns. So there we go, that's the little washroom. So at the back here, as I say, longitudinal beds on the 780, storage underneath them, nice little washroom, good size shower, good kitchen to be fair, I like this. If you wanted a microwave, whether you could fit one in this big cupboard up here, not sure, maybe a possibility, but it doesn't come as standard. 153 litre tower fridge and freezer. Nice lounge here for obviously relaxation, and the drop down on the bed there. As I say, this one at Travel World comes with lots of equipment on it. It is pretty well kitted up. There's a few more bits I probably may want to add. This one does also have self-levelling. It's not deployed at the moment, but this has a self-levelling system as well. So that's what you're going to get for £199,000 on the Hymer BML-I 780. What we'll do now is we will just dive into the 790 and take a quick look at that island bed layout too. So into the 790 we've come. Same layout, but back here there is this island bed. So if you prefer an island bed to longitudinal beds, then the 790 is for you. As you can see, we're not as high up here, there's a little step, and then you're onto the big island. Benefit of this is, yeah, you're not quite as high up, you are sleeping together, you're not having to put a centre partition in. I personally do like island beds. Underneath I'll just lift up the mattress. We can see under here a little bit of storage there. There is a pull-out drawer which I'll demonstrate as well. That's under here. So you've got two drawers underneath. That's just a headrest for in the main part if you're wondering. On this one you'll get the wardrobes at each side, the overhead lockers as well, and then the shower cubicle here on the near side, and still that washroom there on the offside. So there we go, 790 island bed if you prefer that. Right, let's head back to the 780. So there we go, the 780 and the 790, two layouts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around. Thank you to the Erwin Hymer Centre for letting us come and film today. That is appreciated. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.